Good evening, gardening friends. It's a little past 5 on August the 5th. It's been a little while since I've done an update, and I am aware of the fact that I have actually another episode in the bag that I have not actually posted yet. So my apologies for that, but we are now looking at the garden through the Frankenstein camera. Sorry for the long delay there. And I'm back from vacation, the vacation I kept talking about. I couldn't really say when I was going, but I've been and I've come back. So let's take a look at the garden and tell you a couple of little stories. For one, let's just sort of give you the overview. Close the door here so I don't let bugs in. So you can see I've kind of improved the shelf there a little bit, cleaned it up, not quite so many things. Nothing in that particular planter box. And the broom. We've got the big planter. Sorry about the glare. Let's see if we can't clean that up a little bit. We can do this. It might help a little. So I have a polarizer on the camera now since it's been Frankensteined. That's it. Basically, I had somebody water the plants. Actually, I had 4 different people helping me water all the greenery around here, except for the stuff that's on automatic timers and what have you, which belongs to the owner of the apartment building. Anyway, big planter. The 2 up front here, the tumbler tomatoes, are growing beautifully in terms of foliage. No fruit yet, no signs of fruit. I thought there was like one little flower before I left, but I don't know. The big tomato from 2010, it's holding on nicely. I'm just realizing this is just like the wrong time of day to shoot, but we'll go on. The medium planter, well, okay, I should say, cleaned up a lot in the back there. The nasturtium is pretty much all that remains on that back section of 4 parts there. Then we get to the medium planter, and you can see that we've basically got the first squash is really not doing much. The back squash, which is the one that just kept growing and growing and growing, that one's doing considerably better. The corn in the back looks like it got attacked or something while I was gone, so I've cut it back. We'll see if it bounces back in any way. I don't know if corn bounces back. This one, not looking quite as good. Looks like it's got 3 ears of corn on it, although the top ear there, the little furry stuff is missing. Actually, the middle one too. So it's just the bottom one, and those are really tiny. So I don't know if you can see the scale, but not much to see there. I've reorganized all of the boxes working their way around. I had to move all of these to the other end of the complex so that somebody could water them over there. Let's kind of go through them, what we've got here. This one, which actually I don't even really know exactly what it is just this fuzzy thing, and there was, oh, you know what, it fell. There's another one here. Oop, looks almost like it got chopped. So, I don't know what these 2 are, but I'll let them keep growing. We got some basil. We got the cucumbers. 2 of them died while I was gone. No big deal, because I had 2 of each, so I got 1 of each now. So I've got the bush and the lemon cucumber. The strawberry plant was actually bearing strawberries when I came back, which was nice. They were really tiny but tasty. I believe that's a stock or carnation plant. I'm not sure, and it looks very much like the one that was over here. We'll just see what it turns into as it continues to grow. And we've got the beans, which I believe I did alphabetically now, so it's cowpeas. Oh, what was the second one? Let's see. There's the cowpeas, this is the first one. Oh, pinto beans is the second one, and the third one was the wax pole beans, or the wax beans, yellow basically. And if I kind of go in a little bit, you should be able to see there's some growth there. There were some flowers a few days ago. I'm not quite seeing the beans yet, but oh, I guess down there you can kind of see something. I'm not sure if I'm really pointed in the same direction. Yeah, there we go. But anyway, so no beans evident yet, but they usually take a little while before you can really see them. If you really look carefully, you might be able to see something. Anyway, moving on.
We have another one of the flower planters, and I can't remember what was in here. I don't think this was the memorial, but now what I've planted in there, let's see if I can remember. I think at some point I dropped in some coneflower, some echinacea. Then we move on to another basil plant, and I've just planted some oregano in all of the basil planters. We have another one here which is supposed to be a food bearing, and I don't know exactly what that is in there. Whatever else was in there has died. So I'm down to just this, but it's starting to, it may actually be the echinacea that's growing. We'll see. We got some broom corn sitting in a food planter. I may tear that out because I have got an abundance of broom corn. I'm sorry. Broom corn. I think that's the memorial planter. I planted some more flower seeds, and I can't actually remember what I put in there right now. I planted a bunch of stuff yesterday. I'll remember before too long. Tomato, I'll cut in a second and you'll see I actually transplanted this tomato, and it was pretty amazing how many roots it had put out from the little pot that it was sitting in. After I just cut it as just a branch off the original tomato plant back there. And we got more basil, and we got another tomato, and then we have the tall zinnia, which is starting to do really nicely. There's a bud right at the top there, and we'll see when that decides to pop. So let me pause for a second and you can see the tomato. And this is proof that if you jam a branch from a tomato plant into the soil, sort of give you the larger view here, that's what the plant is looking like, but look at the roots here. They developed quite a bit of roots, so they do. When you jam them in the soil, they will put out their own roots. I'm not sure the exact technique. I'm still kind of working my way through it, but this one's quite a success, so I'm going to transplant it into this box, which the plants that were already in here were basically, they had all died, so I went ahead and pulled them out, and so I have a remaining box to work with, so I'm going to do a transplant now. I have loosened up the roots a bit to encourage them to spread out. Sorry folks, I'm getting used to shooting out of sequence here. So that's the end for the inside. So as far as outside, for the stuff near my patio, we've still got that one there, and we got the one with the red flowers there. And if I swing around, you can see we've still got all the hanging planters. Let me see if I can't correct that glare a little bit. Sorry, trying to find my polarizer here. And I think I just unscrewed it. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. It was getting unscrewed. It was about to fall off and drop and break. So anyway, you can see the hanging planters. They're pretty much as they were, as well as the ones along the ground, and thanks to the neighbors who helped water them, they are all still alive. And we swing back around this way, and we can head over and take a look at the ones on the back side of the building, where there's a little bit more development. Oh, I should point out, this one here, I put another branch from the tomato in there, and that's just since this morning. It's pretty much wilted to almost nothing. It may not work. We'll see. Coming around here. Sorry about all the glare. I'll just have to shoot more in the morning or early afternoon. So there's your hanging planters. And if I come back around, you can see these are doing spectacularly. I'm just loving how this bush is growing. We got another planter next to it. I have put a seed in the center to kind of match. We got another planter almost completely built. And I have enough wood minus one piece to build one more planter. This is all, mind you, built out of scrap, except for the bases of the things, which allow me, well, first of all, to hold in the soil so I can actually move the entire planter. And secondly, there are skids on the bottom, which is sort of sacrificial, so as I start to move it, if any wood's going to grind off, it's not going to be the bottom, it's not going to completely break loose. Anyway, in between, I have planted some other plants. Let's see, we've got Morning Glory, Heavenly Blue in the middle there. Just seeds, just planted today. Morning Glory, Crimson Rambler. We have a Gerber, what is it?
Gerber Daisy. I just kind of like the orange color. Then we've got Gaillardium, Nasturtium, Peach Melba, and Echinacea over here. So between all of these we should get quite a bit of color. Ultimately I'm going to continue building this up, and I'll show you one more thing. This is a particularly rare view. Somebody left behind some lattice and a couple of boards which formed, I keep thinking it's called a pergola, but I know that's not right. Anyway, so this is all my sort of scrap wood stored on the outskirts of one particular parking space. So this is what I've got available for building all of this stuff, and I have some interesting plans for this lattice work, so you'll see that when it comes up. I think that's it for today.